Good morning, y'all. I want to first apologize to everybody for my tardiness here the last few days. I believe Monday was my last video, and I made one Tuesday. And the way it works here, I record my videos out here in the vehicle on a Kindle. And once I'm done recording, it uploads to what's called Amazon Photos, which is up in the cloud on the internet there, like Arkansas Living talks about. And once it's uploaded there, go in on the laptop, download it from the cloud, and then upload it to YouTube. Well, it seems Tuesday was having problems uploading, and it never did take, so I just deleted the video, and that was a shame. It was a 15-minute video, all for nothing. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, I was having a battle with the U.S. Postal Service over a missing package, something that's been sitting in Chicago for 3 or 4 days now that ought to be moving, and it's apparently not, and they don't have a good reason why. So I've been pitching the snit fit about it, and apparently getting a lot of nowhere. Anyway, back to the topic at hand, and back to replay Tuesday's video. Remember what I can off the top of my head. I've discovered that anxiety and depression will cause a lot of people to do a lot of things. And it will be different on a case-by-case basis, but there are some trends floating around. In my dad's case, the way he dealt with his, he drank. He was a beer drinker. And that was the way he soothed his nerves out and dealt with the depression. And this seems to be a family trend. My grandpa's little brother had a drinking problem. My grandpa's father, my grandpa's grandfather. My maternal grandfather also developed a drinking problem too, but I don't think that was necessarily a depressive or an anxiety issue. As best I hear it from the way my mom told it, he would stop in the neighborhood bar on his way home from work and have a shot of whiskey or something, and just one of them things on his way home from work, and before he knew it, he couldn't stop. So, yet others will overeat, such as myself. Too much soda, too much eating, and as I'm sure y'all can tell, I put on the pounds. And that started for me when I was, 10 or 11. So it's been a problem for a while. I'm 51 now. Yet with others, such as wife roommate in the house here, she finds solace in spending money. Badly, big time. And it's getting everyone around her in trouble. Her husband, basement roommate, and myself, that put us in the current situation we're in now. And I've told you all about that before. I'm not going to rehash a whole lot of that, but newer vehicles and just buying mess over Amazon that is absolutely not needed. And given the current political climate with everything going on in the world, we have got to get a handle on this, both individually and collectively. I think back to my days as a boy. I told y'all how my mom, my folks split up when I was 2.5. My mom was bipolar. And I can't blame her for that. I'm not picking on her. It's a nasty illness. Something she didn't ask for. It blossomed out of a case of postpartum depression that set on her after she had my oldest sister. At any rate, what the bipolar did to my mom, it made her lack judgment, especially in fiscal issues. she drew disability for the bipolar for many years, and that disability payment usually came on the first of the month. And there, by the end of the month, the money was gone. And if we needed cash for food or for whatever, there was none there to have. And that bothered me. That started making me pretty fiscally conservative. Then advanced to my adulthood. 1998, I married a Mississippi girl. And she, like me, grew up relatively poor. Although my late father-in-law always did work, there was never a whole lot of money. He always did keep food on the table and whatnot, but there just wasn't a whole lot left there for much anything else. So as an adult, she decided she was going to have everything now that she didn't have as a kid, spending more money. Consequently, that was a constant source of tension between us while she was still alive. I lost her 2 years ago to respiratory failure. But that's another story. But that still made me even more financially conservative. I told you all how roommates here drive newer vehicles, an 18 Dodge and a 19 Nissan. I drive an 06 Chevy Uplander, 205,000 miles on the odometer. I've had to put some work in it. Got a mechanic back home that knows what he's doing and won't cheat me in the process. And here's another case of where something I didn't see at the time, but it is turning around for my profit. I drove for courier services for about 15 years. Consequently, I knew what to look for in the way of maintenance. Ball joints, tie rod ends, tires, oil changes, plugs, wires, etc. And while I'm clumsier and I'll get out working on vehicles myself outside of changing the oil or what have you, I do know what to look for, at least most times. So I was able to get it to the mechanic and tell him, hey, we need this, that, the other thing, whatever, and we'd talk. The van here was purchased with Stemi money from last year. It come up on Facebook Marketplace last year. And I believe the car lot that had it for sale wanted $2,600 for it. And I messaged him about it and asked him. And I honestly didn't know how much I had down in the safe. And I said, let me count here. And I counted out $2,300. I said, I tap out at $2,300. He said, I can get it to you for $2,300. Told him, okay. I said, but that's got to be tags, title, license, everything. Yeah, okay. So that's the deal we made. But the point of all this is we absolutely have got to get control on this spending. The Stemi checks, while a short-term fix, I'm with many of you that will be problematic in terms of inflation. Yes, it is a great short-term, right-now solution, and I see what they're doing, trying to get money back into circulation, get people spending, get the economy recovering again from the global sickness. I can see that's the intent, but it doesn't always pan out that way. People do tend to be rather irresponsible with the cash. New TVs, new this, new that. All because of, again, back to the anxiety, depressive issue, or simple peer pressure. Johnny next door has got a new TV, so I've got to have one. Or in the case of my late wife, her sister and brother-in-law had all this neat stuff, and, well, I want to be just like her. So we spend it irresponsibly instead of doing the things we ought. If nothing else, tuck it away in the bank or hold it in cash in the safe or something. That way you've got a liquid asset in case we do hit an SHTF. You know, such as with the pipeline mess here lately. That way you've got some cash to head down to the filling station, fill up the vehicle, do whatever you got to do. Get down and get some groceries, you know. Your kid gets sick and you need some cash to get him to the doctor or need medicine, whatever. But it is time to be responsible. Think about what we're doing. Get the debt paid off. You know, we don't have to have all the nice, new, fancy stuff. I just need a vehicle to haul my fat carcass down the road and do what I got to do and get me back. It doesn't have to be something brand new and shiny and pretty. So this is just a follow-up to Monday. Let's think about what we're doing. As Monday's video pointed out about walking circumspectly. Look around. Like Prepper now says, head on a swivel. That's about all for today, folks.